Hello and welcome back once again, my friends, pioneers, werewolves, divergence, and glitches to another episode of the Daily Candle Close News. Sending you all much love and high vibrations out to wherever it is you may be in this matrix and galaxy. Today on Leap Day in the leap year, let's go, pioneers. Bitcoin over the last 24 hours has leaped on up into our 1.618 golden ratio of phi that we have told you about, with the Fibonacci level of the 1618 dating back to the 2017 and 18 high to lows. So very important. A $64,000 monthly close. The first time closing this high since back here in this time period that we've been sharing with you of November and April of 2021. So very important. Got a lot to talk about in this video, but I mean, you know what it is, pioneers. We're always here to bring the spice, to bring the TA, the decoding, but we're also here to lift the frequency and lift the vibrations, pioneers. Do you hear me? Can I get a hello? Because it is rare that you'll wake up in the morning feeling prepared to go after your dreams, pioneers. Hard things are meant to be scared. And boy, are these markets scary right now. Boy, are they uncomfortable, because they require us to go to a place we've never been. A place unknown, doing things we've never seen in the charts before. Life is hard. TA is hard. Easy ain't an option when it comes to cryptocurrency. I promise you that. But it's worth fighting for. Everything you see on the screen of $61,000 is worth every bit of it. It's worth believing. It's worth giving yourself an opportunity, a chance. Mustering up that faith, that dedication, determination, standing up inside of yourself and fighting ruthlessly and never giving up. It's worth fighting the good fight, pioneers. Can I get a hello? It's worth being around motivated, positive pioneers and students in the Daily Candle Close News Pioneer Academy and University. It's easy to have faith and feel good when the grass is greener on your side, and when there's sunshine and rainbows and you're in good health. It's easy to be motivated then. But if that's not the situation, if it's no longer a $64,000 Bitcoin, if it drops, because we've never seen 7 monthly candles close green in the history of Bitcoin. I mean, you can go back and look and count them. Never, ever. See, you have to take that walk, that crawl, that pain, that dedication through understanding trials and tribulations, past data, to understand the future outcome. See, how come hell visits you, and it visits a lot of people, but it don't visit me? Because my hell is what I'm willing not to acknowledge. I'm not willing to acknowledge my trials, my tribulations as and play the victim card. I'm the victor. I overshadow my darkness. I'm gonna be the light in the darkness. See, held on by the coach. Let's go. 61,000, still climbing. Why work this hard, coach, like you're talking about? Why read the books and why do the work that you're talking about? Well, why not, pioneers? Why not say how much work you can do, developing your craft and skills so you can call these levels? What December was, going on, wow, 3 months ago. Well, we really call them a lot longer than that, but we brought it back up over 3 months ago. Why not see how much you can learn, how much you can share, so you can help people? Why not? Because if we can look into the future, we can decide that from this day forward, we will no longer give in. We will no longer give up on our dreams. Spiritually, mentally, physically, I'm going to do all I can do to develop me, to bring my talent out, to make a contribution to life, to light, to someone else's life. Is it worth it? Yes. Yes. Your life, your portfolio balance is worth it right now. What are you doing with it? Are you taking action? See, I want you to ask yourself. Go and question yourself every single day. When you're not feeling it, when you're taking it for granted every single day, why do you do it? Why are you doing what you're doing? What does it mean to you? Because I'm asking myself that. Because if I say I'm doing it for a certain reason, I swear to God it means something to me. Every single day I'm going to come out and I'm going to grind fourth quarter overtime, never give up, never give in. I'm going to cherish every single moment, 24 hours in a day. I'm going to grind. See, I'm going to let those minutes, those seconds, those hours that turn into days, that turn into weeks, into months, that turn into years of dedication. And here we are 4 years later after starting this channel, over 300 videos in, grinding like nobody else out here. Putting us in an infinitely better place, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and fucking financially. See, you gotta maintain the discipline though. You gotta work through the weakness. Fight through the days that you want to give in, the times you don't want to do it. Fight through the temptation. Hold the line, pioneers. See, you're a god or goddess within, and you got unfinished business with this world. I told you, make shit personal. See, no one's coming to save you, pioneers. No one. Be Jesus. No one's coming to push you. Be Jesus. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. Quit watching your WAP videos, your sporting events. No one's telling you to get up off the couch and go outside and run a few laps to exercise. No one's coming to tell you to apply for that dream job, that dream career, not that job that just over broke. No one's coming to write that business plan for you. I created my own. DailyCandleCloseNews.com. Check it out. You gotta put in the work when no one else is watching, in that gold room, that war room, that dark room. I told you, pioneers, when the things are in your head, that voice is in your head, that self-doubt, those voices and trials and tribulations around you, those obstacles that you gotta hurdle, those haters and naysayers, none of those things are permanent. Your fucking results are. See, never sit back and keep from going after your goals. Stop looking for that easy button to press. Stop looking for validations from the outside and other people and their opinions. Start believing on the inside. See, I know I had a plan for my life and I gotta fulfill it. People depending on me. I told you, pioneers. My son, my cat, my family depending on me. See, what's it gonna take for you to start rewriting your story like Coach A did? Serving a 15+ year sentence in prison, struggling with 10+ years of suicidal thoughts, coming from a failed family, a divorced family, a family of a father who spent over 20 years in federal prison. I don't even know the man. My father already dead because he raised me, my stepfather. That's my true father. See, understand where I'm coming from. You can have as much opportunity as you want. No matter where you come from, we all got the same 24 hours in the day. Every single one of us have exactly what we deserve. What are you doing? Are you putting in the work or are you sitting stagnant? Because you're getting what you deserve. So dry your tears, pioneers, because you don't get the luxury of feeling sorry for yourself. I don't need no pity from nobody. Not even myself. I can't surrender. I can't back down. Never retreat. I'm never a fucking chump. Pardon my French. I'm standing up. And I'm a win. All we do is win. We in that beast mode, that pioneer mode. We in that ready to win mode. I'm a grind mode. See, people said this one wouldn't survive, and I have. I'm still here today, 100% survival rate. I believe in my heart of hearts that it's possible, that I can keep going, that I can beat what anybody else says of me, about me. See, my drive, my determination, my persistence, my perseverance, my dedication, determination, my spirit, greater is He that is in the world. Greater is in He that is in the world, pioneers. It is possible that I can beat this, that I can be this, that I can see my destiny. My perception can cause my reality manifestation. Let's go. Despite the pain and the conditions around me, the trials and tribulations, the haters and naysayers. See, there's nothing as powerful as a made-up mind. Can I get a hello, pioneers? Test your spirit today. Let's go. Came out this morning and dropped an amazing weekly blog for you all about Leap Day. In the leap year we are in, pioneers, seeing historical monthly closes of upward of $20,000. We see that the monthly close did close upwards of only $18,000. 43%. If you pay attention right up here to that number, you'll see a 43% to the upside on a monthly close, giving us once again 6 green monthly closes back to back to back to back to back to back. But we have never ever seen 7 green monthly candle closes, pioneers. Could this be another historical first time closing a March monthly candle green coming up above the 1.618 golden ratio of pi, dating back all the way to December 2017. So wow, I mean, going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Going on a full 9 years almost. Wow, we know 9 is the number of completion. 8 is the life, death, rebirth. The recycle. The infinity number. I'm not saying price is going to infinity, but what I'm trying to say is they could have a possible reset right here. 8 years in the making. Right here. After hitting this 1618, but again, a monthly candle close above it is very bullish, going all the way back to November and October of 2021, the first time we've seen monthly closes above this ranges. But those two were false breakout, fake out, shakeouts into capitulation, into the downside of $15,000 Bitcoin, where we screamed at the top of our lungs for you to buy. And, well, you just 4x'd plus your money. Maybe people were hesitant because they still believed Bitcoin was a scam, and they didn't know that the ETF would be approved for the first time in history. Congress would be forced in, Wall Street would be forced in, and whop bop bop banger to the upside, 4x. They didn't know maybe that you could put $100 in, only $1,000 in, and turn that into $400 or $4,000, turn $10,000 into $40,000. They didn't know that, maybe. But, well, maybe it was just the messenger giving them the message. A convicted felon, somebody that turned his life around, who made over 6 figures in 2020 when he bought the C19 dip in the last the last Black Swan event. We could see another Black Swan event, giving us another great buying opportunity. Who knows? I wonder if they'll be hesitant if they see this. Then I don't know. We never have seen 7 monthly candle closes close green. So kind of making me wonder right now. The markets are scary. The everything bubble continues to rally to the upside. We can see on the 15-minute time frame. Coach Abe shared with you today, for the messy trend lines, because I was on my phone while at work, so we can fix this really quickly, and it won't take long. You can see I did mention we could fall outside the pattern. I mean, I was seeing a possible test of $58,000 to retest and swipe some liquidity from under and at the 322 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so quite possible we could see that. before getting bought right back up, buying climax, selling climax, automatic rally, return to lows. Could we see a spring before rocketing out of this massive bull pennant that was printing on the 15-minute time frame that could take us up to $74,000 to $76,000 on leap day, leap year? So again, is it surprising to see heading into leap day yesterday on the 28th, a number associated with wealth, also known as a perfect number in math? Wow. Anyways, we saw a $64,000 Bitcoin on leap day, the 28th of February, the last day of February, any other day, any other year, I mean, but this year it's a leap year, and we saw that. Wow. 64K and a monthly close today in leap year of 43% to the upside, and you see the 43 right there. Wow. Which is the 14th prime number, which is truly a what are we in? Well, we're printing a phallus, okay? Like a tribute to Osiris, who was chopped up into 14 pieces. But hey, you can't decode the markets and see the 43% to the upside in a leap year and a monthly close on leap day and decode these markets and understand why, can you? I mean, I'm just saying, pioneers, we've got to be able to understand that it goes deeper than anything we can comprehend. I promise you that. It is 10:17, just hit 10:18, it was 10:17 Eastern. Bitcoin giving us that 117 in numerology, and I'm sitting here decoding the market, showing you. It's all by the numbers, pioneers. But anyways, yeah, just a tribute to Osiris and the leap year we are in, printing a possible phallus on the Bitcoin monthly time frame. So again, possible 74K Bitcoin coming in the leap year. And for those that are unaware of the leap year, there's also something known as the leap year problem. Could we see a potential black swan event coming? The leap year problem, also known as the leap year bug, the leap day bug, is a problem for both digital, computer-related, and non-digital documentation and data storage situations, which results from errors in a calculation of which years are leap years, or from manipulating dates without regard to the difference between leap years and common years. So again, I just was paying more attention to the problem for both digital and computer related and non-digital documentation. Any problem, any leap year black swan event could cause ruckus and chaos in the markets, and we know the elite's favorite motto is ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. So anyways, leap year problem, just let's take a look at that. Because we were talking about the 15-minute time frame bullish pennant that could take us up or upwards of, well, $74,000. And, oh, well, I copied leap day. But anyway, leap year problem gives us that same 74. So very, very powerful. We could possibly see a $74,000 Bitcoin, a $79,000 Bitcoin, which 79 is known as the gold element. So let's show you real quick. Bam! Hey you, your gold, stay golden, pony boy. But the 79th element is gold. Could we see a potential $79,000 Bitcoin? In the same year we saw gold hit a historical high, could we see a new all-time high in a 79K for Bitcoin, tied to the leap year problem? Ooh, I don't know, pioneers, but I'm paying attention to that leap year problem. Okay, so very important. that we could possibly see. The next Black Swan event that Coach Abe has been out here preparing you for. I know some of you think it's the boy who cried wolf, but I promise you, it is coming. But anyways, because we do know that this is the month of March approaching. Tomorrow starts the true new year. So happy New Year's Eve, Pioneers. Oh, what? It's not New Year's, Coach. It is. It is New Year's Eve. Because March is the true first day of the true new year. When you understand that. So New Year's and New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve giving us that same 43, and today is New Year's Eve, and we got a 43% monthly close to the upside for Bitcoin. You can't make this up. But March starts the true start of spring. The true start of, well, what is known as the spring equinox, or Ostara. Okay, the true start of Easter, or Eostar. Okay, so let's take a look at that. That's something we have in March as well. And we'll get to that. But we'll get to Beltane as well. But Tuesday, March 19th, which March is the true first month of the year, so this date would be really 119, the mirror of 9/11. Watch out for this date. But the true start of spring, also known as the summer solstice, the spring equinox, or the longest day of the year. We do have on March 10th, I don't know if they're still doing daylight savings time or not, but I do believe we do start getting an hour more of day light come March 10th, so you can enjoy that on March. March 9th, I do believe, is our full storm moon. But who is this? The Anglo-Saxon goddess for springtime. So again, this is all tied to the reckoning time as well. So that brings us back into understanding, well, the Ides of March, the 74th day in the Roman calendar. And we were talking about a potential 74K and a potential leap year problem, 74, for the world. Okay? So again, see how this is all tying in? But the Ides of March, okay, tied to the spring, Eosta, or Ostara, okay, or the time of reckoning. Alright, so very, very important, pioneers. It's like all of this fits together like a puzzle. Again, the mirror of 9/11, 119, okay, 911. But this is also the month where we start the 40-day ritual into Beltane. That starts on May 1st, I know, but the 40-day ritual starts on 322. The order 322, Skull and Bones 322. So very important. We've got a lot of things to talk about because it's the month of the cherry blossom season. Hello. And we can see that these markets are blossoming into the cherry blossom season like Coach Abe has taught you for years here. Let's go. Again, pioneers, it's all astrological. Okay? It's all about life, death, rebirth, okay, of the sakura tree, the very ancient Japanese cherry blossom tree that you can see in Washington, D.C., or Japanese in other parts of the world, okay? So, in Japan, I said Japanese, but you get the drift, pioneers. Anyways, but a very, very important time period this year, a leap year, an election year, okay? So, anyways, just want to make sure I've gone over all of my notes, because we do have the full storm moon coming up, okay? So storm moon is on the 9th, I do believe, the full moon, and that gives us that same 43 we've been getting in the decode. Pioneers, you can't make this up. Again, it's also known as the full worm moon, I do believe. Don't get me wrong on that, but it is going to be what is known as a super moon, okay? So just remember, it gives us that same 47 as storm moon, the mirror of the 74 we were getting in the potential 74k Bitcoin this year in a leap year. The leap year problem tied to the Ides of March, the 74th day of the year, aka tied to July 4th, 74 Independence Day. So remember that. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, so very important. And we do have our penumbral lunar eclipse on the 24th and the 25th around our new moon and the zodiacal change into Aries. Okay, so very important. Going to be a very, very, very powerful month and very impactful month to the economy, to the geopolitical landscape of the world, pioneers. We do have scripted events that tend to take place in March, like the Silicon Valley Bank collapse that happened on March 10th, March 11th of 2023 that shook the markets up, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of that. We did have the world shutdown of this right here on 3/11/2020. Okay, so remember, March 11th, 2020, the day that changed everything. The world will never be the same. So again, March 10th is known as the last day of normality, is what I teach my pioneers, because that was the day in 2020 where our lives will never ever be the same. The last day our lives were normal. So let's remember that, pioneers. Okay, so could we be seeing the next upcoming Black Swan event? I do think so. Could it happen this month as we head into the Ides of March in a time period known for assassinations of Julius Caesar? So very important. You can go and also just look up historical events in March. And I mean, you can get a number of things that could be interesting that we can continue to tie in here, okay? But I'm not going to go and break this down for you all. There's a number of things that show that March could be a very ritualistic time, okay? Again, we've went over a ton of these things. We're going to start decoding and show you why this month could be very important when we approach some of these dates. I like to do this at the beginning of every month and share the impactful things that we could see, prepare my pioneers multiple days, weeks in advance for what is going on. So again, this day, being leap day, is exactly 59 days since the start of the new year. I know it's the 60th day of the year. When we add today as the end date, we get the 60, but it's the 59th day after the first and into the year, okay? But 8 weeks and 3 days into a leap year is the leap day, and leap year gives us 83, 38, and we could potentially see a possible murder. 83, 38, a possible scripted death this month, okay? So very important that we pay attention to that. All right, get a quick drink of water. All right, so let's pull up my notes right here beside me and take a look at our other dates, because I've got them all written down. So, if we go from March 10th coming up, which is the Silicon Valley Bank collapse and the anniversary of well, you know, the Silicon Valley Bank collapsed last year. It's the 69th day of the year last year, and Bitcoin had hit a 69K top, and Bitcoin had sold off into a low that day. So it's 69 days since the first. Okay, so let's remember that. The 70th day this year. Alright, but 9 weeks and 6 days since the first of the year, and today is 2/9, the 29th of February, but it's 2 months and 9 days into the year. More importantly, when we take this back to the start of the Israel Yom Kippur War this year and add the end date coming up, we see it's 2/2/2, 22 weeks and 2 days since the start of the war, or 156. Well, we know 9/11 is the 156 prime number in mathematics, correct? Okay, and it's also a span of 22 weeks and 2 days, which is again the number of order out of chaos pioneers, giving us that same 2/2/2, where we saw things like Wuhan on the same date now, around the same time period, pop off. So, giving us that same 2/2/2. I'm just saying, what could we possibly see here this year around this same date? It doesn't have to be the 10th, but around this same time period. Again, around the full moon, the 9th, okay? So, what could we see? Now, when we go from the Ides of March, 315, because that's when Julius Caesar was assassinated, and we see it's a very ritualistic time period, okay? And we take it to the 8th of April, the next, solar eclipse, the next, it's the Great American Eclipse is what it is. It's exactly 3 weeks and 3 days, that 33 or 24 days, and we're in the 2024 year until the eclipse, okay? So I'm just paying attention to that. I thought that was pretty unique. Alright, so we want to take and now go from this same date, 315, and date it back. So 315 2024, and date it back to 9/11. Okay, and again, this is a time period and a day associated with assassination of Julius Caesar. And would you imagine that? It gives us 187 days when we get to the 15th of March since 9/11. 187 is the penal code for murder. Okay, so very important. This is also, kind of showing a potential scripted event that could happen to somebody. Alright, we've been saying watch out for Sleepy Joe. Alright, he sleep. Alright, but I'll behave now. I've been saying he's gonna exit stage left. I've been saying we're gonna see a batter change, and a presidential batter change. I've been saying Kamala Diva Harris gonna be giving us president before the elections. But I'll behave. Alright, when we connect this date back to the start of the Israel war, we can see that it's 161 days. That's like the golden ratio of 5, or just 23 weeks. Just kind of scripted. I thought, 161, that is a prime. No, it's not. It's 151, so 36 prime. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just watching out for that right there. I thought that was pretty interesting. And now we're going to go from the start of the 40-day ritual of Beltane. We have this that is something to be paying attention to, because this starts another 40-day ritual all throughout April into May 1st, where we tend to see kidnappings of children and multiple fire rituals or just scripted rituals throughout April and throughout the end of March. Okay, that prepare us for the start of Beltane on the Illuminati's birthday on May 1st. Okay, the Illuminati that was founded on May 1st in 1776. Okay, but anyways, from 9/11 to 3/22 is 6 months and 11 days, which 6 is an inverted 9, giving us again the 6/11. So I've been seeing 6/11, 116, and a lot of decodes going on the last several months and into this year. And I'm definitely paying attention to June 11th of this year for a potential scripted event as well. So let's pay attention to that. But also just tying into 9/11 being 193 days away, that is the 44th prime. We know that's a very powerful number. So I never sleep on that 44. Okay, but anyways, this day also tying it back to the Israel war is, well, 3/22/2024. Okay, now this is what I want to tie it to. Not the start of the Israel war, but since it's Skull and Bones 322, founded at Yale, Yale just had its 322nd birthday. Okay, so I want to tie it to that birthday date back in October, 2 days after the war. And we see it's 166 days since the birthday, the 322nd birthday of Yale, where Order 322 Skull and Bones is from. And that is, well, that 166 is tying us into the Twin Towers again, so back into 9/11. So hopefully now this is coming full circle. That 43 we get in Twin Towers, tying it back into the 43 we've been getting in the decode all night around Leap Day, around New Year's, because today is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve, Pioneers. Alright, so again, remember, midnight coming up soon. You better start your true New Year's resolutions, because they had you believing you need to start them in January, Pioneers, which is why most people failed, because they started their New Year's in the middle of fucking winter and fall. Okay, but I'll behave. So if you're gonna start them now and stay true to them. Okay, but I don't believe in none of that stuff. I believe in why wait? Why wait and starting something? Why wait till next year? Why wait till tomorrow? Start right now. Start today. But anyways, that's 166. We're getting Twin Towers, tying us back from the birthday of Yale, the 322nd birthday of Yale, to 322, and a potential scripted event. We know this is the start of the 40-day time period that takes us into Beltane. So I'll show that for you all, so you understand. But from 3/22 of 2024 to May 1st, you'll see is 40 days. Okay, so it's a 40-day time period and ritual where we tend to see scripted events on the world stage. Okay, so very important. But that pretty much covers it. There are a few dates that I have not went over. Like, there is one that is very important that I know my pioneers are like, Coach, you ain't brought up Pi. But I ain't forgot about it. Pi. Let's bring up Pi and pull it and date it back to 9/11 real quick, because we know that was a pivotal point in the markets, and we can see that it's been 185 days, 186 days, 6 months, 4 days. Sorry, 6 is a perfect number too, by the way, the first perfect number, but I didn't mean to click on that. But 6 months, 4 days when we get to Pi from 9/11, and we just hit a 64K top. We can date it back to the start of the Israel war, and we can see it's been 159 days, or 22 weeks, 5 days, 22 weeks, 6 days. So it's really not much of a difference than anything else we were getting. But again, this is a very mathematical constant, and we are, again, well, talking about constant, talking about time, talking about price action. Bitcoin did hit a 69K top on the 314th day of the year back in, 2021. So it was November 10th, which was the 314th day of the year. Bitcoin hit the 69K top. So that pie is going to be very important. And look, you guys, we've now reached past the 888 fib. So let's change that. And we have now reached all the way into our 4.236 fib circle range. I mean, something I've been sharing with my pioneers going back to December. So again, being very prepared and ready for this 4.236 fib circle. Alright, got that changed, got that ready, got that good to go. And now we're gonna move our arrow up, and then whop bop bang banger. I mean, one of the greatest charts I've ever came up with in my freaking life, you guys, was the mix of the Fibonacci extension, the Fibonacci channels, and the Fibonacci circles. Oh, whop bop banger, we've ate off of it for, upwards of 15 going on 16 months now, since the 15K lows. Absolutely beautiful, if I do say so myself. But again, that 0.1 fib level could be giving us some trouble. That is from our institutional K highs. Institutional top highs, I said institutional K highs, but institutional 64K highs back in April of 2021, the true highs. So I know a lot of people were saying 69 is the true high and the true new all-time high we have to break. Yes, we do have to break that to be in a new all-time high, but it is not the point we have to be retesting now. Why do you think we're getting rejection from 64K? Because we're testing the true institutional top high back in the last cycle of the bull market. Okay, pioneers? So we need to pay attention to what happens at this range right here. Period. Okay? So why do you think we've sold off? A lot of people have given me a lot of props and a lot of flowers for being able to call that 64K when a lot of people were saying other things lately. And I appreciate your love and your support and your kind words. Truly means the world. Keeps me humbled and ready to continue to keep giving you guys this bullish price action on New Year's Eve, on Leap Day and the leap year. Let's go. So again, this trade for Bitcoin, what is it doing on the 15-minute time frame? Trying to climb back up into the pattern. We kind of longed it, trying to see if we can get back up into the pattern. We'll see what happens on 117x leverage long. We'll see if we can climb back up and get back above this 200 EMA on the 1-minute time frame, because if we can, price can certainly climb. So very important. We'll see what happens. We're in it to win it, doggone it. So we just cannot continue to lose this 200 at simple moving average, the SMA. Okay, now that we've regained that, we want to see price action regain this yellow 21, jump back up inside this bull pennant, grab support, bang to the upside, bam, bang back up into 64K and see what we do from there. Right now we do have some liquidity from 63 to 63.5 that could show us some possible resistance if we meet all these other requirements in between, because that's a lot to check off the list. But Bitcoin, up until we hit this 64K top, was absorbing every short you threw at it. Upwards of over 161 million in shorts liquidated over the last 24 hours at this point. So I was doing a one-on-one. Shout out to Kwame from the UK. Did a one-on-one with him yesterday. And I would have that viewable for everybody, but it's between the two of us. So, but we called it, banged it out live on the short from 64K down with this gentleman. We were doing a live call with him, a one-on-one, teaching him, giving him his time that he booked on the daily candle close news website.com. Was my second one-on-one all time. Let's go. And well, we were able to whop, bop, 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 banger, and show him that we could still see more downside, and we have since this point. So we'll continue to see what happens moving forward. But anyways, we don't want to lose that 200 simple on the 15-minute time frame. If we do, we're going to the 200 simple on the hour. Good God, $54,000, a full $10,000 drop. Coach Abe gave you the short right now. We fell out the pennant. Oh, goodness. Do we get bought back up, though? Because we're holding the 55 right now on the 1 hour time frame. We have yet to close a candle below it. But the moment we close a 1 hour candle below the 55, you can best believe we're going, well, let's make sure that's our 55 and not our 50. That might be our 50 EMA. But the moment we close a 1 hour candle below the 50 EMA, we're going to the 55 on the 1 hour time frame to 60K. The moment we close that, 89, same thing on down. And the more we start moving down, the faster we can whip to all these levels and be bought right back up. Okay, so remember that. We can even capitulate down even further. Let's see what a percentage move that would be from our 64K retest of the institutional highs, 8 to upwards of 15% correction. And we know we can see upwards of 21 to possibly even more. I am eyeing that $49,000 range right now to be retested, okay? As well as, again, I would not be surprised if we pushed back into 38K, down roughly 38%. Alright, so if we were to push even lower, that would be upwards of that full 10, 20, 30 to 40% correction into our parallel channel of the heart line that we've had for over 15 months on this channel. That would be a bullish retest of around $36,000 to $37,000. So, do we go lower than that right now? Do we get this right now? This could be the start of what could be a black swan event. Very similar to, well, what we saw back in 2020. Right here, we were pushing up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 monthly candle greens like we got now, and then bam, right over into C19. Got 6 monthly green candles right here. The 7th one pushed us over. So again, remember that this happens every single time for the history of Bitcoin. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, 6th one was a red one. Okay, right back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th one was a red one and down. So we've never had a 7th monthly candle close green. Could we see this 7th one blow us off right up there to a high somewhere? Possibly. It's quite possible. Anything can happen in the matrix. Could we get blasted off right here into that phallus of Osiris that we were talking about and come right back down all in the same monthly time frame? It's quite possible. Who knows? A large liquidation event to the both sides. But I do expect you would like to see a healthy correction. I mean, this is, again, something we've never seen in the history of Bitcoin. I've tried to decode it the best I could, pioneers. I'm out giving you the sauce when nobody else is on New Year's Eve, pioneers. So, remember that. But what happens here, from here, with no past historical data to go over in the charts? Only 15 years in to Bitcoin, it's still a baby? Well, it's anybody's guess from here. We were able to get you to 64K, pioneers. Over a year ago, we called these ranges. Okay? We were able to call the 69K high, the 15K low. We were now able to call the 64K highs that you're seeing right now. Now, we sit back, we wait, we pat ourselves on the back, we stay humble, and we continue to do the work. We continue to grind, we continue to study, and now we continue to do what? Let the charts tell us what's next. So remember that the charts are already showing signs on the walls of a potential pullback, and I mean a shakeout like possibly the world has never ever seen before. So let's never ever take for granted what we're getting right now. If we're in the green, if our portfolios are melting our faces and burning holes in our pockets with magical pixie dust money that we ain't spending because we got them diamond hands instead of a diamond mind mentality. But also, let's remember that these markets can stay irrational a hell of a lot longer than we can stay solvent. So let's remember that as well. But when others are extremely greedy, Coach Abe is extremely fearful, pioneers. So again, cannot take any of this for granted when we see crypto bubbles going off like absolute crazy over the last several days. The crypto sentiment just nuts. Cooled off a little bit from what it was. You know, we're still, according to crypto quants, in a bull cycle, so, you know, can't ignore that. But when I see RSIs on the 4-hour time frame, the 24-hour time frame, and the weekly start to get exactly tremendously freaking to the upside, overbought and overheld, it just makes me cringe, pioneers. Like there's got to somehow, some way, be some sort of, well, you know, sense made out of all of this, pioneers. They're either bull trapping us into infinity and beyond, or they're setting this up to be the biggest and shortest and fastest bull market in the history of Bitcoin. Could we be getting the stages set for the next Black Swan event? Are we witnessing this right now? I'm telling you, pioneers, is what I'm asking myself every single day when I continue to see this everything bubble all around the world continue to hit every single call that we make to the upside. Let's go. So again, I know my pioneers in the Daily Candle Close News, Pioneer Academy and University are loving and eating off of not only my plays, but other plays that people are giving as well. Chris with a 54% gain, 20x leverage trade, Patoy with a 140% leverage trade. You got other people just jamming it out. Me on a 69x leverage trade, up 160% on Bitcoin, 137%. We're just killing it. Patoy up 231%. I mean, Skeets has made $1,000+ in the trade that the Shido trade that Shaman gave out. Pioneers, I've been telling my pioneers for quite some time that the Shido chart had hit a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension. I gave them a possible play if we were to see it continue, but you know, we did. We didn't get quite as high as that, but then I gave another play and I drew a couple fibs, and whop bop bop banger from 4.236 to 4.236. It fell over 90%, a quote unquote hack, a perfect time fucking narrative, right as we see a full 4.236 Fibonacci extension, and then this thing goes and sets a new low that it has never seen before. I mean, can you imagine that? I mean, I'm not even fucking surprised, pioneers. We teach these things, and this is probably not going to be the first bubble to pop. So let's remember that, pioneers. I know a lot of money has been made off of this trade, but this thing can still fall 90% from where it's at right now. And let's remember that. It can still go and set an even lower price from here. So let's continue to be careful. If we want to take a quick reminder and look at some price charts from back in the day, when we saw the Terra Luna bubble pop and fall, well, I don't know, 99% in a day, it was bought back up and it did nothing but trade sideways and set lower highs and lower lows since. Okay, so remember that. Those that just got in thinking it's a great spot hold, we can still see this drain lower and eat a lot of this wick up. Remember that. It doesn't have to, but it can. It can continue to drain and set lower highs and lower lows like Luna has. Let's take a look at FTX and FTT. And it was another one that just, what the boom. Everybody got in thinking it was a great opportunity. It went up. Unless they de-risked, it's done nothing but trade sideways and down. Alright, now FTT, they took advantage. Alright, there was a lot of manipulation back here. And I exposed this. Alright, at the end of the year, tax loss harvesting, they were pumping this to get ready to sell and then distribute into the new year. So that's the only reason why you saw it do better in Terra Luna. I promise you that. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, pioneers, let's be careful with things like this, because this could not be the first bubble to pop. Okay, because these dailies can continue to just drain sideways for a while. Possible great buying opportunities if this was to just fume one day. So let's remember that. Okay, but I definitely wanted to bring this back up, that that coach isn't surprised right here. Once we did this, it was over. I wasn't even bullish no more. Now, there was a play, we gave it, we took advantage of what there was, we got out. Okay, but yeah, not financial advice, pioneers. Spot hold it, do whatever you want. But yeah, strong hold. But anyways, the bubble has already popped, okay, on Shido. So could we start to see the chain reaction and the dominoes start to fall? Only time will tell. XRP has hit that 58 cents we've been calling, and the lows we've been grinding out for quite some time. It hit a high of 62 cents. Ripple XRP equals 62. Okay, we do have a chance to continue to climb upwards of that 72 to 76 cent range. We get past that, we can go to 86 cent real quick. We close above that. It's the launch pad theory. We're into $1. Okay, point blank period. So we'll continue to watch that. When we start to see dailies close below 58 again, that's when we can, count on 54, count on 55 to be retested. We lose that, then we can count on 47 and possibly 43. Okay, very important again, because we are in March, pioneers. March, March gives us that 43. Could we see a 43k Bitcoin in March? I don't know. Bitcoin's 15 years old. March gives us 15, tied to war 15, and March is the month that brings forth Aries, the god of war. I don't know, pioneers. I'm only trying to break it down as much as I can, as fast as I can, as bad as I can. It's fucking New Year's. We're celebrating our fast of a 40-day fast ended today. Cheers, pioneers. Boom. Had me a fat potato today. I'm gonna drink me a nice glass of Moscato after I get off this video. Think it's a game. Drinking my water still right now. But yeah. Just banging it out, you guys. That's all we're doing. Just trying to better ourselves. Just lift the frequency, lift the vibration in this leap year. this wonderful, beautiful chart we have for you all that we've been working on. The leap year election year data chart that is just continuing to gain a bunch of data for you all that we're going to start going over very soon. But why not talk about it right now on leap day in the election year leap year? We know we've been breaking down this rectangular box right before the Bitcoin halving that is approaching, where we tend to get a rally and then a correction. Okay, so remember that we had a rally. Where is our correction? Okay, before we head into the snake year after the halving, which is next year. This is what we could be seeing. World War starting, with America getting involved, all of those things. So very important. Boom, printing Bitcoin into the number one currency in the world today. It broke the ruble. Shout out to Skeets for dropping that in the Discord. Today Bitcoin became the number 14th highest currency in the world. It outranks the Russian ruble now. So again, what could happen? But we had a full 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, Elliott wave pattern theory. Okay, and then we did the same thing after the high, and then we went to the low of the bear market, bear market. Okay, bear market, bull market, bear market. So the start of the bear market, we get the same rectangular area, we get the same high, and then we get a sell-off before the halving. Okay, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave pattern theory into a bull market high. This is where we pulled our golden ratio 1.61864K level, where we are at right now, with a monthly close above historical monthly closes. All right, but anyways, from high to low right here, and this brings us to the third rectangle box, which matches where we are today. Okay, so again, we get a pump into a high and then a correction all the way into the C19 sell-off. Okay, so this was a more long drawn out correction, which, if you understand why, it's because, well, from C19, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave pattern theory. Inside the 5 wave, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the sub waves. Okay, all right, the sub counts. So very important. You even got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the ABC corrective wave back down into the C19 low. Okay, all right. So very important, pioneers. Now that brings us to our 4th time ever being in this same pattern in a leap year, an election year, before the halving, the closest we've ever came to the halving while pumping the highest we've ever pumped. Roughly now, if we were to go from 69K to our spot we're at right now, we're within right under 7% from our all-time high, roughly 7% from our all-time high for Bitcoin. Something we've never done, which again, arguably, Coach is saying we are at the all-time high, something we've never done before the halving at 64K, because it's the true institutional top high we need to be going from. So again, what could we see in the month of March, known as the month of March Madness? Oh man, good God, let us pray. But anyways, things going absolutely possibly madness, chaos in the Ides of March, this very ritualistic time period. Again, so very important. Could we start to see out of our 1, 2, 3, 4, could we now start to see, now that our possible 3rd wave is finally in? Because again, I know a lot of people believe that the 3rd wave has to be the biggest in Elliott wave pattern theory, because they're following the rules. Which again, I think they're reading the rules wrong, because it does state that the third wave just cannot be the shortest. Period. That's all it states. Okay? So, and I think, sometimes, rules are meant to be broken. So, with something as volatile as cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, I think these rules get broken a lot. But now we could start to see, as we head into the halving, a buy the rumor, sell the news event coming out of our ETF, which was a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Could we be getting another buy the rumor, sell the news event and be getting to scoop up lower Bitcoin near, before, around, during, and after the halving? Something to pay attention to. Our fourth wave of our potential fifth wave to the upside, where we get our out of our next low coming in our 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave inside of a fifth wave, this sub count, and we should get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave inside of this last 5 wave when it comes. So let's see, pioneers, what happens as we continue to head into this election year. Pioneers, this leap year, this leap year problem that we could be seeing potentially coming up in the cards soon. So who knows? Ethereum back at that 33K after hitting that upwards of $3,600 we've been calling for. Let's go! Back in December, we were calling for these ranges. For over 6 months, we've been calling for a $3,300 to $3,600 Ethereum, all based off of numerology and gematria. Pioneers. Again, Ethereum making a run, helping the altcoins pump to the upside. Let's go! Bringing our portfolios up. Again, we're not overly bullish. We're just taking advantage of every opportunity given. This 64K was something we talked about in December. We knew it was possible. We've been talking about a bull trap since October, and I think it is finally here. Are we going to get ready to take some opportunity to the downside? Get ready to dollar cost average in to accumulate so we can get ready to de-risk over 100K Bitcoin soon? I think so, coach. That's the game plan. We're going to try and take over the world. Anyways, I'll behave. But pioneers, man, I hope you have really enjoyed the leap day, the XRP After Dark, the Crypto After Dark, the Bitcoin New Year's Eve special that we gave you today. Go to dailykcandleclosenews.com. Read the blog that we put out sharing why you see this news when you see it, why you see this cryptocurrency market there when you see it. A shorter blog, they're usually more detailed than that. Go and join the TradeAholics and Fibonomics, because we got a class coming up tomorrow that you're not going to want to miss. Go and join the TANF monthly course group and class, where we hold 2 Zoom meetings Tuesday and Friday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, for roughly 5 hours apiece. That's 10 hours of my time given to you. This is for roughly $1 a day, or a little under $1 a day if you use the yearly, package. But join, take your one-on-one counselings and Coach Abe sessions, become a Divergent Glitch and site member, read the Game of Nations 10 chapters we've got early released for the upcoming start of World War III, how I've been breaking down how sports and decoding how sports are showing you the start of World War III, and I've got 10 chapters completed. I'll have more chapters uploaded soon, and bap bap bang. Join the Pioneer Academy in Discord if you want to for $2.23 for a one-time purchase. I know it says 1 hour. I know it will book like it's for 1 hour, but it will be a lifetime purchase if that's how you'd like to join. You can join by joining anything. If you've joined anything and you have not become a Pioneer member in the Discord, and you've already bought access into something and we've missed you, just hit me up. Okay, but again, go and take the 7-video short video course that I should be uploading more to eventually, on the truth they hide from you, breaking down how powerful you truly are. The subtle text about the biblical text around the world from all kinds of cultures that show you the parables and allegories that these literatures are written in, because they are literacies that aren't meant to be taken literally. But anyways, I'll behave, Pioneers. But with all that being said, pretty much gonna sign out of this one, you guys. We've talked about a lot tonight. We've went over a lot in the cards, in the charts. We know Bitcoin has a chance to continue to pump on the 15 lower minute time frames to the upside into this bull pennant and get back into structure. Let's go! If we can just hold this 21 on the 15-minute time frame, we are good to go. We can get that 21 back above the 34, back above the 50 and the 55, back above the 111 and the 89. It's to the upside. Rocket City, Huntsville, Alabama, Madison County, 256. Let's go! #1 city in the world. Shout out to I was raised there. I'm not going to say it's my hometown. I was born in Ohio, a Buckeye. Let's go. But shout out to my family and friends down there in North Alabama. But Rocket City to the upside potentially coming in the cards on this New Year's start of March, this very ritualistic time period. Pay attention to the first day of March. Pay attention to the 3rd day of March and the 6th and the 9th day of March and every other one we've talked about, Pioneers. So with all that being said, take care, God bless, Pioneers rise, build your fortress, build your legacy, let's go!